Every single day, people suffer in ways that go unnoticed, because these forms of abuse don't scream, they whisper. And society hasn't been taught how to listen. What if the most dangerous wounds are the ones you'll never see? What if I told you this is happening right now? Someone you know is being hurt, yet no one else sees it. Not their friends, not their family, and maybe not even themselves. You can't see the bruises or the scars on their flesh, but the damage. It goes deeper than you can think. Today we're going to speak about the 5 types of abuse that occurs every day and that most people don't understand. These aren't the ones that get a lot of attention. These are the quiet killers that steadily eat away at people's souls, even when everyone else thinks everything is okay. After watching this film, you'll never think about some actions the same way again. And to be honest, that could save someone's life. 1. Financial control abuse. Money is what makes the world go round, but for millions of individuals, it's also what keeps them in jail. What most people think is financial abuse isn't what it looks like. It's not just someone taking your wallet. It's your partner looking at every receipt you bring home. You have to explain every dollar you spend, even on food. It's taking away your credit cards for your own good. The abuser controls everything. They control the bank accounts, keep financial information secret, and make sure their victim can't get money without asking first. They might offer you an allowance like you're a kid. Sometimes they'll take out loans in your name and hurt your credit score on purpose. Why do so many people get this wrong? Because culture says that couples should share their money. People think a shared bank account is romantic. They don't see the person who hasn't bought new clothes in 2 years because they are too scared to ask for money. The victim can't go because they don't have any money. They can't work because the abuser messes up their job or won't take care of the kids. They become utterly reliant and can't break free because they don't have the money to do so. Control that looks like compassion is financial abuse, and it works because no one talks about it. 2. Medical abuse. You own your body. But what if someone else makes the decision for it? When someone else makes decisions about another person's healthcare, that is medical abuse. This could mean not giving someone their medicine, making them go through treatments they don't need, or not letting them visit a doctor. It could mean lying to doctors about symptoms or treatments. Sometimes a parent won't get their child the mental health care they need because they don't want their neighbors to know. Sometimes your partner will hide your medicine or say that your discomfort isn't real. Sometimes an adult child makes medical decisions for their aging parent, based on what is easiest for them, not what is best for their parent. The worst part. A lot of the time, medical abuse happens with a grin. The abuser acts like a caring family member who understands what's best. Sometimes medical professionals get involved without meaning to, because they think that family members have the patient's best interests at heart. People who have been abused by doctors are always worried about their health. They may have problems that may be treated, but they can't get care, so they get worse. They start to doubt their own pain and symptoms because someone they trust keeps telling them they're not genuine. If someone controls your access to healthcare, they can decide if you live or die. That's not love. That's power. 3. Manipulation of religion and spirituality. Faith may move mountains, but it can also keep individuals who need aid from getting it. People who spiritually abuse employ religious ideas as weapons. The abuser uses religious scriptures and teachings to make their actions seem okay. They might say things like, "God wants wives to obey their husbands," or "Suffering brings you closer to God," or "If you had enough faith, you wouldn't be sad." People don't understand this kind of abuse very well because religion is supposed to be about love, compassion, and healing. When someone leverages your deepest beliefs against you, it hurts more than just your body or mind. It also hurts your relationship with everything you hold precious. People who are victims often don't speak up because they have been taught that questioning spiritual authority is wrong. They think they aren't strong enough, faithful enough, or good enough. They are afraid that if they leave, they will lose their religion for good. Sometimes religious groups make things worse by telling victims to forgive and forget, or by seeing abuse as a private family matter that should be handled inside the family. The victim is cut off from both their faith community and their spiritual convictions. When someone uses your faith against you, they aren't simply influencing what you do, they're also controlling your soul. 4. Technology and digital stalking. Abuse. Abusers know that we keep all we own in our pockets. Digital abuse might be watching what someone does online, stealing their passwords, utilizing apps to find out where they are, or using technology to scare and annoy them. It may be reading all of their messages, taking over their social media accounts, or deploying spyware to keep an eye on everything they do online. The abuser might release private pictures or information without asking. They could make bogus accounts to bother their victim or get in touch with their friends and relatives. Some abusers utilize smart home devices to keep an eye on their victims or change items like locks and thermostats from afar. People don't understand this mistreatment because technology makes things feel less personal. People think that merely blocking them or getting a new phone will work, but they don't know how deep this control goes. The abuser often has access to shared accounts, knows all of the victim's passwords, and has put tracking software on the victim's computer that is hard to find. There is no way out of digital abuse. Your abuser can see you on your phone, laptop, and smart TV. They can keep an eye on your efforts to acquire aid or get in touch with support services. They know where you are at all times every day. Digital abuse makes everyday technologies into weapons of terror in our connected society. 5. Identity theft. The worst kind of abuse can be the one that makes you forget who you are. When someone systematically kills your sense of self, they are erasing your identity. They make fun of your personality, interests, aspirations, and desires until you start to believe what they say about you. They keep you away from friends and things that make you feel like yourself. The abuser could make fun of your job goals, tell you to stop doing things you like, or make fun of things you like. They change your social circle so that only people who agree with how they see you are around. You quit doing things you love over time because it's easier than coping with the criticism. People don't understand this abuse since it looks like someone is just being negative or not helpful. People wonder why they don't just ignore the criticism. But if someone you care about keeps telling you that your dreams are dumb, your pals are bad for you, and your passions are useless, you start to believe them. The victim loses parts of themselves one by one. They can't recall what they wanted before this person informed them what to want. They don't know what makes them happy since they've been taught to just care about making their abuser happy. Identity erasure doesn't hurt, but it does leave something worse. There are empty places where a person used to be. The reality about abuse that isn't obvious. These 5 kinds of abuse have something in common. They all take place in secret. From the outside, they all look normal. And they all hurt people slowly instead of all at once. People who are mistreated sometimes don't know they're being abused since these practices become typical. Society doesn't teach us how to see these patterns, so we overlook the signs even when they happen to us or someone we care about. But this is what I want you to remember. Abuse doesn't necessarily have to be big. It doesn't always leave marks that you can see. Sometimes the worst abuse is the kind that makes you wonder if it's abuse at all. If this film makes you think of your own life or someone you know, believe that feeling. Your gut feelings are important. Your experience is important. And most importantly, you are important. I want to hear from you now. Which of these kinds of abuse shocked you the most? Please leave a comment below to let me know what you think. If this video taught you something new, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you found this helpful, you should absolutely see my last video about the 6 signs of covert abuse before you leave. It goes into more detail about the small warning indicators that most people ignore, and it can transform how you see relationships forever. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.